Good evening to everyone. For the DC assignment 2, I have used the TGT for the collaborative activities, which is called as the team game tournament. Rather than Jigsaw, the team game tournament was very much supported for the students to identify the knowledge level and to increase the knowledge level on the atoms and molecules of the periodic table. Where what are the atoms which has been present and where it has been present, or what are the groups and what are the periods it has been present, everything has been easily identified by the students. The student involvement was very much higher in the team game tournament to reach to find out the atoms which has been present in the crosswords and also in our day-to-day lives. At the end of the section and at the end of the game, many of the students were struggled to differentiate between the atoms, molecules and ions, and also some of them many of the students has asked the real world life functions of the atoms which has been present in the chemical reactions, and what are the atoms has been present in the atoms, molecules in the air and surroundings and everything. And these are the things which has been present by the students involvement. And as a group discussion, the many of the at the end of the sessions, in the group discussion, all the students have presented their nature of the studies and how they have involved in the finding the atoms and how they have captured the ideas to know the atoms has been present in the nature by the students. And the major observed the gaps on the implementation and planning was the time management, since they have to find out the various words in a short period of time. They needed some time to complete the full work. Even I have asked them to stop. Due to their involvement, they need some amount of time, and due to the conceptual gaps, some students were confused among the spelling on searching the words. A few students needed additional supports in differentiating atoms between atoms, ions, and the molecules. The resources functions has been gets a little bit slower, and there is no quiz has been prevented for the students, and there is no exit tickets for the students, so they are having the immediate understanding to check up that understanding. And these are the major gaps which has been given for the students and with us. And ongoing the game also, the students have struggled to find out the timings, because we are giving the only a short period of time, so they are rushing to find out the words and they are rushing towards them, so they are having a lack of the time gaps. And the what has been worked well, the first one, it is called as the interactive models. The physical models which has been students visualize their atomic structure and they identifies atoms in the game easily. The real life examples, the real world life, importantly the hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon which has been present in the air, which has been given for the real life examples. The students interactions was very much on the games. And the group work, collaborative work has been important for the students because they are highly involved in the game for to find out the words which has been present in the crosswords. As like that, the students are very much interacted with the group members also to find out easily what are the ways easily and what are the tactics that has been used to find out the words. And these are the important things which has been worked in the team game tournament games. And the modifications I am going to implement for the further application was a pre-activity. The first, I needed to use some of the quizzes or some of the short-term functions or some of the assessment for to acquire the knowledges about the atoms and the molecules in the periodic table and where the atoms has been present in the periodic table also. The simplified instruction from the beginning to the end of the game, I needed to give timing gaps and what are the timings and what are the steps they have to follow to complete the game easily, and enough functions to complete the timing itself. And the differentiated tasks, majorly we have the different types of students. One is called as the better students, and another one is called as the short struggling students. For the struggling students, I am going to use a short and a simple atomic functions of the crossword. And for the better students, I needed to have I needed to give a more challenging output of the crosswords to identify what are the words and what are the periods which has been present in that. And in the future, I'm going to use the digital tools of the simulation functions to identify the atoms and molecules which has been present on the molecules and in the nature and in the chemical reactions for the students. And finally, I'm going to have the exit tickets for at the end of the function. I am going to give the 5 minutes for the students to write up the reflections and the MCQs which has been access for the learning. Hence they can able to easily have the learning outcome of compulsory. They can able to know what are the atoms which has been present and what are the valencies and what are the atomic numbers and where it has been present. Everything has been identified by the students. And final takeaway, the activity was very much successful in writing the reflections on the abstract concepts, tangential but scaffolding and assessments strategies will enhance learning outcomes the next time. Thank you.